1 or 2.
Like half an hour.
5 or 6. An hour or 2 on 24 hours a day.
15-20 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes.
30 minutes.
Less than an hour.
2 hours.
MySpace, Twitter, Plaxo, Meetup, Ning, Friendster, Bebo, LinkedIn, Tumblr. There are countless social networks out there that people use, but the name that pops up the most? Facebook. Facebook is a social utility people use to keep up with their friends or get to know acquaintances, as well as sharing photos, links, or videos, while seeing what others will post as well. We first asked students and a few teachers what they do when they use this network.
Usually I see if any of my friends are online and talk to them in the message thing, or I go play online poker or games or something like that.
Message my friends, write statuses, and look at pictures.
I go on my friends' Facebooks and I look on the newsfeed to see what people are posting.
Kind of just scroll through my newsfeed or check my notifications and then I get off.
I check my notifications, read through people's statuses, and then get off because it's pointless.
Now, one would think scrolling through a newsfeed wouldn't be so exciting, and it still leaves us the question, does Facebook actually enhance or take away from one's life?
That can go either way. I mean, I definitely enjoy being able to stalk my friends, but at the same time, I just waste a lot of time on Facebook that I could be spending on homework.
I think it's made it better, partly because it helps me connect to people I don't always see every day, and in terms of time management, it makes me want to time manage more so that I don't waste time on Facebook.
Another important issue that any social network provokes is a question of whether its account or privacy settings are enough to protect users, especially from bullying amongst teens.
I don't feel that that's like the sole purpose. I think people are just trying to connect. So ultimately, if people choose to use it for that, it's a tool, and it's like anything. You can use a hammer to be destructive, or you can use a hammer to be creative and productive. So I guess it's any way that you use the tool. That's the key point.
I think Facebook makes it a lot easier to have bullying. I don't know that it encourages bullying, as long as the people are following the procedures where you have to identify who you are and following all of the user agreements. But you can certainly set up your own imaginary name and bully somebody that way.
Also, many argue that the greatest feature of all is that one can create and join community groups pages and organize events. However, there's still one aspect of Facebook that remains in the minds of all who know of the site and of those who use it. Does Facebook bring the community closer together or further apart?
Why? I like to think that it brings people closer together. I mean, I know that I'm connected with former students, even former classmates, even former teachers. So I think in general it's a good option for people to kind of connect. I know that people say that it kind of isn't good for social skills because you're just using text rather than like personal interaction, but either way, I think it's kind of good to keep people plugged in and talking and connected in some way, emotionally at least.
It tears them apart because they're always on Facebook. But if you're from different states and that's the only way you can keep in contact, then yeah, it does bring them together.
Absolutely closer together because it's a social network.
Our research indicated that this is a really controversial topic, and turns out that the answer to this question is rather subjective. We leave the answer to you.
Closer together. Closer together.
Closer together.
Further apart.
Further apart.
Closer together.
Further apart.
Until we can fully understand the tool and how not to abuse it, there will always be a positive and negative to the potential of a social network. Whether it be Facebook or any other, the fact remains that a tool is what you make it. Is community brought together by such a tool? What's your say in this?